I am just getting dressed for the morning. I'm actually just doing my skincare routine, which I did film, so I'll go ahead and add that. But I just finished getting dressed for the morning. All I did was my skincare routine because we're going to get into our morning routine today. It is our orientation at Emory, which I'm so excited about. But we do have a full morning routine to get through, and then we'll do our orientation at the end. I am so excited to be filming this journey for you guys, and I'll also be filming it on TikTok and Instagram Reels, so if you want to follow me over there, you can. So all of my skincare I keep in this nifty little bag. Right now I have a newer skincare routine, and it is the Jan Marini line, and this has been working so well for me. I pretty much use everything from the line, except for my vitamin C. So let me go through and let me tell you. I have the Bioactive Cleanser. I have a leftover travel size from when I was traveling, so I've been using this, but it's the same thing. So I use the cleanser. I use the lotion, which is like a serum. For my vitamin C serum, I actually use the Alastin Skincare C Radical Defense Vitamin C Serum. For sunscreen, I go back and forth between a few different brands, but these have been the ones I've been using. I have been loving the Elta MD one, and this one I was using for a majority of the year, but because I switched to Jan Marini, I'm using the Jan Marini Physical Protected Tint in the shade medium to deep. It's SPF 45, so that's what I have on today. It kind of helps to counteract the redness on my face, and that way I don't really have to wear a foundation if I don't want to. And then sometimes I use the Alastin Mineral Sunscreen, which I do like as well. So these are my sunscreens, but today I used the Jan Marini one. That's it for skincare routine. Let's go ahead, make breakfast, get dressed, and I want to grab a coffee or a chai, and then I also want to work out before orientation. So we have a busy day. Let's get into it.
If it feels good, let me know what's on your mind. I'll make it real good. Yeah, girl, I'ma take my time. Then I fold you up. Oh, it tastes so sweet, just like ambrosia.
When you take off your cool and your masquerade and let me bring back the groove when the passion fade, we can get a room by the Palisades with a view, hit a view of that Cali grade. Face killer with the way spitting. Blue cream on my baby, I got crazy vision. Your mom visit, but she know she gon' be babysitting. Said you got to make another from the way he hitting. Think I'm kidding, she forgetting what the dick do. Start a movie that we know we ain't gon' get through. On a boat with ambrosia on the menu. Treating every night like a flight I attend to. Zoom up in the way.
When school starts back, I'm gonna have to do like 5 a.m. workouts again, which I'm kind of excited about because I feel like I've been needing some motivation. I will say, I had to downgrade my membership because I probably won't be able to use like all the add-ons that I normally do. I pay for like the wellness spa as well, so I'm gonna have to like figure that out. Not gonna lie, that was rough. I like literally need to remove this because it's doing absolutely nothing. Thank God. Okay. I'm like motivated to go on a run. However, I probably shouldn't do that right now. I just know once I start Emory, it's gonna be so many hours spent studying, and I'm obviously going to still work out because I feel like I've always been pretty good about that, but I won't be able to do like all the additional add-ons that I normally do. Like, I pay for the spa, I pay for Pilates, I have a reformer membership as well, which is like additional fee, so it just doesn't make sense monetarily.
I'm starting to feel away. No, we were not strings attached. Maybe we could take that back. Make it right.
I didn't even check to see if it was good. Let's see. I am going to be getting dressed for my orientation. I actually wanted to chit chat with you because I haven't done that yet. I wanted to start getting dressed early because our orientation isn't until this afternoon, but I wanted to kind of do like a chit chat and talk to you guys a bit because I haven't been on this channel in a while and I just kind of wanted to do, some brief catching up. So let's do my eyebrows first because I always do my eyebrows first. I don't know much about what's going to be happening at orientation. All that I know is that they told us to bring an item that represents our journey on how we got here, and I've been like thinking about it, like what am I supposed to bring? I mean, I think I kind of figured it out because I feel like everyone is gonna bring, I don't know, like a stethoscope or something, and I kind of wanted to do something just maybe more related to my healthcare experience and like what I've been doing the past couple years. So I think I'm just gonna bring something that kind of represents what I like the field I've been working in, if that makes sense. Because I could bring my stethoscope and just be like, I was so excited to finally have some real hands-on experience as a nurse and like talk about that. But I don't know. Again, I feel like everyone's gonna do that. Like this morning when I woke up and I was like, oh, I should like work out before we do orientation and, before I get my day started. I did that because I just feel like look good, feel good, and I am the definition of look good, feel good. I'm gonna go in with my Refi primer. This is the Glow and Sculpt primer, which has niacinamide in it, so it's really good if you have like breakouts like I do, and it's honestly really hydrating. So I'm just gonna go in, and technically you're supposed to work in an upward motion, but I mean, whatever. I want to say I've been waiting for a long time, but I really have not been waiting for a long time at all. It's just when I got into Emory, I was in England. If you guys saw that vlog, I was in England with my friends, which was so fun, by the way. And I know I haven't got to speak to you guys since then, but it was honestly such a good trip, and it was just like a really nice way to end the year. And this year has been absolutely crazy. That trip happened really last minute. And I was in England for a week and Paris also for a day. It was honestly exactly what I needed, and I feel like I also just really needed to be around my friends and like my super close friends who we've been friends for over 10 years. So that was honestly such a great trip. So funny enough, when I was flying back into the US, we flew from England into Atlanta, and then my layover was in Atlanta, and I was in Atlanta for a few hours, and then I finally made it back to my hometown. I woke up the next day. I woke up pretty late because I was jet lagged, and I was honestly just like hanging out at home. I don't know, I got the email that my application status updated, and I was just like, this is probably just like a we filled all the spots kind of email. So I opened the email and I was in complete shock. I was kind of like doubting myself a little bit, and then I just felt like the cohort is really small and the odds were stacked against me in terms of how big the cohort was, or is, I should say. I was like, there's no way. Like, there's just no way. And I don't know why I always do that to myself. Like, I feel like I very much underestimate myself. Like, the reason why I'm an academic overachiever is because I underestimate myself a lot of the time, and so I put in a lot of work and I do a lot of, extra things. Like I feel like I'm always doing things for my resume, always doing things to gain experience and just to kind of like stand out, if that makes sense. But even though I had a lot of really great things on my resume and, really great grades, I was just scared. I was just like, Emory is such a good school. It would be an honor to attend, but I just didn't think that they picked me. And then I checked my email. There I was. It said, congratulations. As soon as I got that email, I called my sister and my best friend who lives in Atlanta, and we were screaming. And it was just very exciting. Felt like the universe. I'm such a universe girl, but it just felt like it aligned at the perfect timing. I submitted my deposit like right away, and now here I am getting dressed for orientation. I'm gonna be making content during my program, but it's gonna be a lot more thought out, and I want it to be really intentional with everything this time. So I'm really excited about this opportunity, and I'm excited to meet my classmates because you know, there's not that many of us, and I think that's for the best. I'm using my mini Hourglass concealer, but I'm gonna do my everyday makeup routine, which might be more than what most people do. I think I'm gonna also be doing a lot of short form content. I definitely want to focus on reels. I will say I prefer YouTube. It's just the place that I've been making content, especially since I was in undergrad and I just got really used to it. So I'm excited. So my plan is to have a really like detailed schedule every day, and I already started on it because I do not want to play any games. I want to not feel overwhelmed, and I'm planning to do a little plan with me video so we can plan for the semester together. And I am planning to work during my program. I obviously am not going to be able to work full time because going to be in class basically every single day almost. So I'm going to figure that out. I'm using the Tom Ford foundation stick that is, I believe, discontinued. I will chat with you before I log into our little Zoom orientation. They are currently in their finals week, and I think that some of the faculty that's going to be at an orientation is basically still teaching those classes. So I think that this just worked out better for everybody. However, you will be seeing me in Atlanta, which is so crazy, but you will be seeing me in Atlanta sometime next year. But if there's any content that you guys want to see, if you want to see vlogs from me, if you want to see study with me videos, what I want to say is, and I hope you can understand, but we're on to bigger and better things. You know what I mean? Gotta add some bronze because your girl is looking a little pale these days. I'm also obsessed with this blush. I have blush blindness. What are you gonna do about it? Benetton always saves the day. This is the Joan Road pencil in Tawny Nude. This might be too light, but you know what you can do? You can always use your brow pencil as a lip liner, so I'm gonna do that. And this is the final look. So I changed. I went ahead and I put on a bodysuit. It's just from Abercrombie, and then if I feel like I need a blazer or something, I'll just put it on top. But I'm back because I just got my Black Friday order in the mail and I have some time, so like let's talk about it. This is made by Mitchell. These are the things that I got. I wish that this would have came like an hour earlier because then we could have used it for my makeup. So this is made for under the eyes, and I got it in a shade that hopefully is good for me. But it's made to like brighten up the under eye, which this is what initially intrigued me, but then they were having a literally 50% off sale. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna get anything, this is the time. Probably like the deeper one out of these, because I don't like I also don't want it to be super bright right now. Oh. Okay, that actually looks really good. And if you guys don't know, I have a beauty channel, and you can go ahead and check out my beauty channel if you're interested in anything beauty, because I do all my makeup reviews on that channel. I just have to see how this wears on my under eye because I have pretty dry under eyes, you know? But so far, that looks really good. Really expensive feeling. It's so beautiful. I got this because I wanted the punchy shades. And as you can see, the contours are really dark, but you can always use them as eyeshadow. But I will say I might want to dig into this because this seems like a wearable. More wearable, I think, out of the other ones for my skin tone. Let's see. Even though I already set this, let's just go in. Oh yeah. Okay. This is a really good everyday shade for me. Like, I don't have anything like that in my collection. This, I feel like, is going to be a winner for me. I don't really like corally tones, but I'm trying to get into them. The blush is what initially attracted me to the brand. I got this in a really, like, vibrant red tone, because I've been wanting a red blush. So that's it. That is all from me. So I'm all logged in and ready for orientation. I decided for my item I'm going to bring a pen light because I worked at an optometry group for almost 2 years and it was a part of my healthcare experience, and yeah, it just made me realize how much I love healthcare, and that's what we're doing. Obviously this is used for pupil dilation, so, and we check pupil dilation with this. There's a bunch of different tests that you can do with this, but I know we use a pen light in nursing school as well, and you can see on my pen light it tells you the amount, like how much it dilates.
In your second semester. So when you start classes in January, this would be after